Hello, this is Ronnie. I'm back here with a clip taken from a long video that I just finished to record for my subscribers. I'm leaving the option for my services at 50% off for the first year open, and I'll be providing further details after the clip ends. So if you're interested, please stay on. I'll be talking to you again at the end of the clip. I would like you also to read carefully the disclaimer that I'm going to put up now, so that it is clear to you before you go ahead and watch the video. This is just a standard thing. Gold and silver index, that's the daily. It's working. It's working, may not be 100% perfect. Nothing is 100% perfect, only in theory. But it's working, and it seems to be heading high as I expected. It's okay. That is still looking like a 1, 2, 3, 4, whichever spot mark the end of the fourth wave. But you get the point. You had a fourth wave here, and the surge is telling you you're in the fifth. The fifth is not over. By my book, the fifth is not over, and we're going to see further extension, after which I would imagine in about 2 weeks roughly, because this is running also together with the euro, together with the Australian dollar, US dollar. They're all running against the dollar. So I think in about 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, they might reach an end, and we will see a reversal at around 136 or so, and that should take us down for extended correction. After which I believe, of course, it will come back, as will be the case, I think, in the currencies as well. We have just examined the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, and you will see in a sec also the situation in silver, gold. Okay, here's another interesting situation, the gold bugs index. Okay, the HUI. This is the monthly. It is really interesting. Now, there are two options here. So follow what I'm explaining to you. We have potentially a very big triangle here, or we basically have a giant ABC underway. Now, there are two critical lines here, or let's say three. Could become complex, but to try to simplify things here, I would say that if we have a triangle that is going to be squeezed into what you see here, I take the line that what worked up to now will continue to work in terms of this support line coming from the depth here, the depth of the depression in this index at 2000, and constructed with these two spots, and it managed to work up to now. You can see, okay, with all these attempts to come close, they were pushed away. So now we got a big push. It's obviously not over, and if we are in a very long-term triangle, which the side of which should be counted in years, okay, in years, it is going to in my opinion get capped by the roof right here, okay, this horizontal line, and it will give us A, B, C. Yes, C behind us. The D probably going to find an end around here, and will continue to drift sideways. So we're talking about, let's say, easily another 3-4 years in this zone, meaning we'll see gold and silver higher than where they are now by maybe even 30-50%, but we won't see them rising like 200-300% from where they are right now, because we will still be locked in a very long-term triangle here. Okay, so that's the idea. Now, how do we know that this idea of the triangle is over, it's finished, or whatever? Maybe we didn't have a triangle. Maybe the triangle actually ended here. with this being an A, B, C, D, E right here. And in fact, this is 1, this is 2, we're going to absolutely fly. Well, we have to wait for it to rise above this level. That becomes critical level, the most critical level on the upside. And on the downside, you have, of course, this one, which is really an extreme critical level on the downside here. If it goes sideways for a few years and then breaks the support line here, it tells you it's going down. And then it will eventually generate a giant A, B, C. I don't think this is likely. No, because of the long-term cycles. I think that the cycles in commodities, in my opinion, most likely turned up. And this cycle is about 15 years or something. So, I mean, each side, yeah, down 15, up 15 years or so. So, I don't think we have the time for this. So my bet is either we are still going to get stuck here for a few years and then explode, or we are going to go up now, meaning let's say in the next year or two, where we are heading straight up there, okay, and then challenging the previous high, and then big deal, it's going to run and run, okay. So that's the monthly of HUI. Very interesting. Here's the weekly. So we are comfortable with stating that this is an ABC behind us, which is a big deal because this took a long time. Tested the nerves of the precious metals investors, definitely, and it is looking like this now coming up strong. You can see it penetrated overhead resistance here, and it's showing a genuine 5-wave run on the weekly scale, which is, as you can imagine, indicating that more is coming when you see a 5-wave run, unless it is a C inside an ABC, which is not the case here. It is almost certainly telling you there'll be further life on the upside, even if we end up actually seeing an ABC like that. Nevertheless, it predicts that we are probably going to head there in the next few months. Okay, so right now we have 1, we have 2, we have inverse head and shoulders, busted neckline right here. That's a 3, that's a 4, the 50 is not finished. Okay, the 50 is not finished, we're going to 270. We had fantastic week here so far. You can see how it blasted through this. It's running above the 50 moving average. It stopped momentarily, I think, at the 200 moving average, but the young bull is not dead. The young bull is not dead. That's my best wave count for this one. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, 1, 2, 3. We are now in the 4th wave, or it could be that the 3 is actually not finished, so it's going to stretch a bit further. So that's my expectation. I think we are still looking up at least for another 2 weeks, in my opinion. Now here's the chart of gold. That's the weekly, very interesting support line coming up on the logarithmic scale, and it is up to the task. It jumped back to regain the support of this massive line, again generated from the depth here of the depression in this market in 2001. So that's very interesting. And here we're also saying we have an ABC behind us, which suggests gold is almost certainly going to retest the top, what we see here. Whether it's going to fly through the roof, I don't know. It seems to me probable. There is, of course, the idea here that a 4th wave actually ended here, and that could be taken as a 1, 2, and we are now going up in a 3rd wave. Time will tell. Let's not jump the gun. Let it come to us, as it surely will. If that is the right wave count, it will surely provide the right information for us to certify that this is indeed the case. So coming down, I think we finished the move right here. That's 1, that's 2. We have a 3, 4, but the 50 is not done. You can see the jump above the inverse head and shoulders right here. Yes, it ran above 50% retracement of this decline, and I think it's still got more coming. Probably stretching towards the 0.618 around here, and I would imagine that we have a few more days. I would sorry, I would put it like that. I think we have a few more days, could be stretching into possibly 2 weeks at most. and that would be my suggested wave count. It's a 1, 2, that's 3 around here, 4, yeah, and continue to push higher. So the business here, in short, is not over. That's an important level. If it smashes under 1824, I might have to revise the wave count. That will not necessarily mean that the rally is dead. No, we simply have to have another look and see what would accommodate a break of 1824. In itself, it's not a sign, I think, that this rally is over. Now here's the chart of silver. That's the monthly. Silver had this support coming up from long time ago here, and traced for us a very clear ABC on the monthly scale. That is 1, that is 2, or that is A, that is B. If this is correct, even if it's just an AB, a C could go there, meaning a C could in theory go to 50. Okay, if it's a third wave, it's very likely to go to this zone. Okay, so the overall message here from silver is that it turned up so forcefully. The message is excellent for the bulls. Okay, it's excellent. I can't see why they should find reasons to lament the situation here. No, that this is looking good. Here and there are a few hiccups, of course, because it's fighting a huge overhead resistance here and supply, etc. But the overall situation is looking very good. Now, this is the weekly. And also here, I assume we are not done. We are not done. I struggle a bit with this wave count, but I think I have a wave count for you now that does justice to what's happening here. My issue with this one was the end of the previous move. But I think I'm going to base my analysis now on the following. Just one sec. I want to separate this. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to show you. I think what's going on here is that the previous move, the one that started here, actually ended here. Ended here on the 20, if I'm reading it right, is 28th of September, right here. And in fact, that's 1 and that's 2. I put a question mark because Mr. Market still has to validate that. But my best bet is that this is the right wave count. That's 1, 2. And then we had a 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here, 4. And it just finished the 5th when it shot up there. And in turn, terminated the 3rd. What we're doing right now, we're actually in a 4th wave. We're in a 4th wave. Silver is still looking strong. Yes, still looking strong. So by my book, we're going to see it hovering around here for as long as it needs. Well, let's say 2, 3 days, maybe even 1 week to finish ideally a 4th wave and then the shot. And that shot will be the final move of the 5-wave run that began way back here. The shot could take you, I would say, in terms of the structure here, it should take you easily above 25.50, heading towards 26, and it won't surprise me if it hits 27. But I think it's going to stop there. You know, if there is a spike and it jumps about 27, don't get too excited. I mean, it's almost certainly going to be pushed down. Okay, there could be spike because there might be stops here, etc. But I would take, if you are long, I would, and you refuse to get out, you don't want to separate from wonderful silver that is running, at least put up trailing stop. I mean, run up with your stops to protect your profits. Okay, so that's the best analysis that I have for silver at this point, and I'm going to show you the daily here. And that's what I see. I think we had an A put in place right here. That'll be my B. We could go down, yes. Short term, we could go to 22.50. I would want to see it stopping around here. Sorry, and then just trailing sideways. Okay, trailing sideways. And when this is over, it's going to regain the support of the 10 moving average and the 21. They're flattening, and that's the 50. So maybe it needs to touch the 50 before the triangle is over, and then it gets that kick to send it high to finish the 5th wave. My website, the homepage is right here. It's Wave Mastery www.wavemastery.com. Yeah, wavemastery in one word.com. That takes you to the home page. You can scroll down, look through some things that I've written here, some recommendations from past users and current users, and that is essentially the offer currently open only to first-time subscribers. Okay, so there is the daily service, daily videos that are preceded by a trial, so you can take the trial for 1 week, and at the end of that, if you're happy, you do nothing, you go on to the plan of half price. Essentially 79 presents half price of the normal price, and that will be good for 1 year. That means 12 payments of 79. If you want to watch just the weekend videos, then you go for this one, and it does give you access to the weekend videos, and I often also insert a video as a bonus midweek, just to keep you on track, to see a little bit where things are moving, because sometimes 1 week of full price action is a lot, and the wave count can change, especially if you're a short-term trader. You really want to know what's happening. So that is essentially the situation. If you decide to go, for example, for the daily videos, you click here, it takes you to the page where it explains to you, you should read that, it explains to you what is covered, etc., etc. If you like what you read, you click here, subscribe. It takes you to PayPal, because my paying system is through PayPal, and you pay through PayPal. You can see you have the trial at $9.99. That's for the first 7 days. As I said, if you like what you see, do nothing. It just goes automatically. If you don't like, you can cancel. Or if you don't know how to cancel, or you have any doubt, you have any question, you can write to me, of course. Once you go through and you pay, you come back, PayPal will send you back to my website to fill in your profile details, choose your login, and once you do that, you will be led automatically to the page with the links to the various videos classified by date. If at any point in time in this process you have a problem, things are not going as I'm describing to you right now, all you have to do is just contact me and I'll help you out. That is essentially it. So you'll have 1 week to look at things. I would like to just spend a minute about the website itself. I have written here a few articles. Is this website for me? You can go through that one. Psychology and trading, trading and the arts, why join? Yes, each of these articles could perhaps help you to see how to relate to my website, but there is no substitute, in my opinion, to actually take a trial. You know, you take a trial, and I want to say another thing. You take a trial and you can't make up your mind. You want more time to think. Fine, I understand that. Then you cancel, but then you're not allowed to take another trial. Please, I want to be very clear about that. There are people who abuse this, and it's really not right. You're not allowed to take more than one trial, okay? A trial is a trial. But if you're interested, after you take a trial, you're interested to come back, you can still benefit from the low price for the next full year. But you have to write to me, and then I will send you a special link without a trial. And if you join, then you're going to go immediately onto the reduced price plan for 12 months. Okay? If you take another trial after you took already one, I am going to have to cancel that and refund you. And if you do that 2 or 3 times, I'm just going to blacklist you, because there are people who have been doing it, and I'm afraid this is really absolutely not right. This is subscribe here. Use subscription. Once you are logged in, you will see this one highlighting you daily service videos or weekend service videos. Yeah, it will show which one you really have the right to access. The daily service videos, to be very clear, they cover the weekend service videos. Okay, so you don't have to subscribe to both. The daily covers everything I do. The weekend, of course, is more selective. Now I have here resources. There are chart galleries right here, chart 1, 2, 3. There are plenty of charts here that give you an idea how I go about subdividing various market action here. There I covered a lot of markets, and you can see there is history here that could be very interesting for you to just go through. Let's see, platinum, for example. Yes, that's 1973 to 1978. If you click right on top where it shows you the hand, the chart opens up big. You can print it if you like. Here's an example of platinum, April 1980. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the huge correction that followed after that. So there is plenty for you, whichever market you're interested in, the financials, commodities, precious metals, etc. Okay, so that's chart galleries. Then useful links, as the name implies. Yes, recommended reading list. You have a long list of books here that I've read over the years that I found very interesting. Of course, I have many more books that I would like to add. It's just a question of time. I don't always have time to update this one. But the books that you find here did help me in the beginning, and still the information here is very valuable in these books. For example, Kroll. I don't know how many of you heard about Stanley Kroll. Stanley Kroll was a really imaginative fellow trader that wrote very well about his own trading and in trading in general. I learned a lot from these books. And of course, if you haven't heard about Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, you should get this book and read it. You will not regret. This is a book that most traders, I think, have come across and read. It is very interesting. And as you go down the list, you will see if there are things that are of interest to you. Of course, go ahead, get them. Some of them are even available online for free as a PDF. Check that. If you have questions about that, you can even contact me. Here's the contact us, and you put your name. Please make sure you give me the right email address. Message, simple maths, submit, I get it. You'll hear from me. I'm based in Belgium, so if you write to me from Australia or from the US and I'm having my rest, do not be surprised if I don't react quickly, okay? Normally within a day you will have a reply from me. I check my email fairly regularly. So that's about it. Hope to see you visiting my website. Hope to see you taking a trial. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate. Get in touch with me, and wishing you a great trading week. Bye now.